Eamonn Holmes slammed by reality star after worst interview ever, in savage takedown. American reality star Whitney Thore has torn into GB News star Eamonn Holmes, refusing to forgive him following a tense interview they engaged in a full decade ago. Eamonn Holmes has found himself unexpectedly under attack from a My Big Fat Fabulous Wife reality star. The 65-year-old broadcaster has enjoyed decades of success both on television and radio, helming a wide range of discussion platforms and conversational shows, and interviewing everyone from light entertainment stars to politicians. But Eamonn's interview skills have been rubbished by an American reality star. Whitney Thore has appeared on the TLC reality show My Big Fat Fabulous Life since 2015, with cameras following her life as she chronicled her experience of living at 380 pounds 170 kilograms. While the reality show initially focused on the 40-year-old's attempts to lose weight, focus later shifted to her hunt for love, and she ultimately became engaged to Chase Severino, although they later split. Now in a new interview ahead of the release of the latest season of My Big Fat Fabulous Life airing in the UK, Whitney has taken aim at Eamonn a decade after he irked her in an interview. The star, who initially went viral as a YouTube sensation showing off her dance moves, was asked if she would consider appearing on UK TV again. But replying to the question from the Daily Star, the American said, "I haven't done any UK TV shows in about 10 years, but I would gladly go on any and all of them again, except for any with Eamonn Holmes." Continuing, she blasted, "He conducted the absolute worst interview of my entire career, but other than that, my experience in the UK has always been so extremely lovely, and I love my time here so much." Recalling some happier memories of her times in the UK, Whitney said she had received support from a A-list music star. She teased, "Just the other night I got the nicest message from an insanely famous UK singer. I won't disclose who just for privacy reasons, but it absolutely made my day." Whitney and Eamonn previously clashed in 2015 when he rounded on her for promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. Blasting her for her size, he said, "You're doing your ankles no good, your knees no good, your hips no good, and your heart no good." Reacting in the moment, Whitney hit back, "Fat people so often offend others in society, and I find that it's one of the last socially acceptable prejudices." She defended herself further, insisting that she was not trying to promote a lifestyle one way or the other. The reality star said, "I think that's interesting because my life isn't an advertisement for anything. I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm just living my life the way that I see fit." And she added, "I'd actually like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because at 380 pounds I'm not naive to the health issues that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems and I've never even had high blood pressure." Veteran broadcaster Eamonn Holmes has found himself in the spotlight once again, but this time not for his decades-long broadcasting achievements. Instead, he has been publicly criticized by a reality TV star, who called their recent interaction the worst interview ever. The explosive comments have sparked a wave of discussion online, shedding light on the challenges of live interviews and the dynamic between hosts and their guests. The controversy unfolded during an interview that Holmes conducted with the reality star, whose identity is yet to be confirmed publicly. The interview, which aired live, reportedly left the guest feeling dismissed, uncomfortable, and frustrated with Holmes' approach. The star later took to social media to express their dissatisfaction, calling out the broadcaster for his perceived lack of respect and professionalism during the segment. "It was the most excruciating interview I've ever done. He didn't listen, he interrupted constantly, and it felt more like a platform for his opinions than a chance for me to share my story," the star reportedly said in their scathing takedown. Holmes' interviewing style under scrutiny. Eamonn Holmes, known for his no-nonsense interviewing style and sharp wit, has long been a polarizing figure in the media industry. While many praise his ability to ask tough questions and steer interviews in unique directions, others have criticized him for occasionally being dismissive or overly critical of his guests. In this instance, viewers were quick to take sides, with some defending Holmes' approach as a seasoned journalist unafraid to challenge his subjects. Others, however, sided with the reality star, calling for broadcasters to show more empathy and allow their guests to express themselves without constant interruption. Not the first time. This is not the first time Eamonn Holmes has found himself at the center of controversy regarding his interviewing techniques. Over the years, several high-profile guests have expressed discomfort or dissatisfaction after appearing on his shows. Notably, Holmes faced backlash during an interview with magician David Blaine, which he later described as one of the most difficult and frustrating of his career. Additionally, his tense on-air relationship with former This Morning colleague Philip Schofield has been widely publicized. The two have been embroiled in public feuds, with Holmes accusing Schofield of being dismissive and controlling during their time working together. Public reaction. The latest criticism has ignited a fiery debate on social media, with fans and detractors weighing in on the issue. Some have argued that Holmes' approach reflects a traditional, hard-hitting journalistic style that has become increasingly rare in modern broadcasting. Others, however, see it as outdated and unfit for the more conversational tone many audiences expect today. This is why reality stars struggle to be taken seriously, one commenter wrote, criticizing the guest's response as overly dramatic. Meanwhile, others pointed out that Holmes' style is emblematic of an old-school broadcasting era that often prioritized the host's personality over the guest's voice. Holmes' response. As of now, Eamonn Holmes has not issued a formal response to the criticism, but sources close to the broadcaster suggest he is unlikely to address the matter publicly. Holmes has often expressed confidence in his interviewing abilities, even when faced with backlash. In previous interviews, Holmes has defended his approach, stating, "I'm there to get answers, not to make friends." Sometimes that means asking the tough questions that others won't. Broader implications for media. The incident raises important questions about the evolving nature of interviews and the relationship between broadcasters and their guests. As the media landscape shifts toward more inclusive and empathetic storytelling, traditional, hard-nosed interview styles may find themselves increasingly at odds with modern sensibilities. Regardless of where public opinion falls, this latest incident underscores the challenges faced by both interviewers and interviewees in high-pressure, live environments. For Eamonn Holmes, a seasoned professional with a storied career, it remains to be seen how this controversy will impact his reputation moving forward. This story continues to develop, with many eagerly awaiting Holmes' potential response or clarification. In the meantime, the debate about the boundaries and responsibilities of live interviewers rages on, keeping both fans and critics engaged. U.S. reality star blasts Eamonn Holmes for absolute worst interview of her career. Reality star Whitney Thore has hit out at Eamonn Holmes and declared she will never appear on a show with him again after enduring a previous awful interview by him. The My Big Fat Fabulous Life star, 40, rose to fame in 2014 when a YouTube video of her performing called Fat Girl Dancing went viral. After quickly attracting millions of views, Whitney was given her own reality TV show as a result on TLC, which has run for 11 seasons, and initially documented her weight loss journey. Back when the show began, she appeared on several UK chat shows to promote the series and discuss the importance of body positivity. However, after one interview with Eamonn, 65, on Sky News in 2015, she has now said she will never appear alongside him again. Speaking to the Daily Star about which UK shows she might take part in, Whitney stated, "I haven't done any UK TV shows in about 10 years, but I would gladly go on any and all of them again, except for any with Eamonn Holmes. He conducted the absolute worst interview of my entire career, but other than that, my experience in the UK has always been so extremely lovely, and I love my time here so much." However, thankfully she still has favorable impressions of the rest of the UK, adding, "Just the other night I got the nicest message from an insanely famous UK singer. I won't disclose who just for privacy reasons, but it absolutely made my day." The interview from 10 years ago saw Eamonn suggesting to Whitney that people see her as a bad advertisement for body image and declare her heart is probably not very good. She explained the fat phobia she experiences, saying, "Fat people so often offend others in society and I find that it's one of the last socially acceptable prejudices." However, Eamonn said, "But what about people concerned about you? I mean there might be people concerned you're gonna keel over and die because maybe your body or your heart won't be able to sustain all the enthusiasm that you have." Whitney tried to explain her motives to break down stereotypes about people who are overweight, saying, "I think that concern for health is often a mask to discriminate or be cruel to fat people. I'd actually like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because at 380 pounds I'm not naive to the health issues that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems and I've never even had high blood pressure." But Eamonn cut across her to repeatedly say, yet, before claiming he had been lampooned for his own weight. He said, "I am overweight, I'm constantly lampooned for being overweight. But I do speak to you from concern. You're doing your ankles no good, your knees no good, your hips no good and your heart is probably very no good. I do think there is concern people would look at you and say, 'Ooh, are you sure?'" He then patronizingly added, "But at least you're doing something. Are you doing those moves to reduce your weight or just to say, 'Look, I may be big, but I'm still going to enjoy myself?'" Whitney responded, So often, people say, well, she's so fat and disgusting, why is she doing that? Why's she exercising? She's killing her knees. And I think, well, what's the alternative? What would you rather me do? In our society, it's like fat people can't win. She added that her campaign for better body positivity has helped people who are facing all different types of prejudice, saying, I hear from people who are anorexic, as much as I hear from people who are fat. I also hear from people who are gay, people who are disabled, people who are dealing with any kind of societal-induced shame. I think that the first part to pursuing health and happiness fully is to not be ashamed of ourselves. We cannot pursue a holistic picture of health, which is mind, body and spirit, until we are happy and unashamed, and know that we are worthy and deserving. In July, Whitney admitted to Us Weekly that there are lots of ups and downs that come with appearing on her long-running reality series. She said, there are so many positives that come from doing the show. Unfortunately, it's often clouded by the really scary, hard and negative things. I know that my big fat fabulous life has changed people's lives all over the world, and it's a gift to people. I can't imagine just taking that away because people are crazy on the internet. She added that loves the series and what it's done for people, and body positivity, concluding, so even though it's really difficult, I would not change it.